Hey, what's up, everyone? Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. As you can see from the title of this video, I will be just doing kind of like my own analysis as to whether or not Erica Mena was actually fired from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So before we dig into those details, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video. It will cause YouTube to recommend this video to more people who have similar interests. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. I do TV show recaps. I talk about celebrity gossip, celebrity news, and I also have interviewed a few reality TV stars. I am hoping and working on trying to do more. All right, so with that being said, I do want to say that today I went to the Cider Mill this morning. If you live like in the North and the Midwest, they may be called an apple orchard where you live, or the pumpkin patch, or cider mill. And I got some cinnamon donuts. I got a cider slush. Here in Michigan, in the northern part of the state, there's like cherry farms. So I got some cherry barbecue sauce. It is delicious. Oh my gosh. And then also I got some Michigan made apple butter. I know you can get apple butter from the store, but this is like made like on a farm here in Michigan, and they sell it at the cider mill. So it's awesome. I tried to enjoy some of my treats at the cider mill, but they have so much sweet stuff that as soon as you step out of the barn where you buy it, the bees just kind of like come to you. So honey, I had to leave, okay? I had to book it for my life, okay? The bees were all over my bag with all my goodies in it. So I wanted to take like some photos and do like an IG reel at the cider mill. It's like beautiful to be outdoors. I love it. But the bees they put me out. They put me out of there. I had to go. Okay. Then I saw The Equalizer after that with Denzel Washington, directed by Antoine Fuqua. It was amazing. It was great. Really good action scenes, nearly gory because of what his character McCall can do. And he had jokes because, McCall, he's so sarcastic right before, he murks him. So definitely, if you're into action movies and the Equalizer franchise, definitely check it out. And his co-star, Dakota Fanning, she was a little girl in his movie Man on Fire. She is in the movie. So definitely check it out. And there's, of course, it's all a connection. That's another thing that I like about the Equalizer films, the way that they write them. They are all connected. So definitely check that movie out and let me know what you think. All right, so first, I'm going to do some reactions and some statements and give my commentary on each one. And then we're going to get into Scrappy's live, what he talked about. I feel like this situation, while it's very black and white and clear for a lot of us, there are others who see it totally differently. And that is what is so amazing about human beings and the way that God designed us, with a brain that has two sides. One side is for creativity, like creating content, writing a book, songs, drawings, clothing. And then another side to us that is about decision making. Although we all have the same setup with our brains, we're definitely all still different, and we can see situations totally different. And with this situation with Erica Mena and Spice, that is definitely proof of that. So let's get into it. So on the Love and Hip Hop Instagram page, it says, the Love and Hip Hop franchise has never shied away from hard conversations in our community. Working hand in hand with our partners, viewers will see the impact of Erica Mena's remarks play out in the final 3 episodes of the season. Effective immediately, she will not appear in the next season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Now, even one of the commenters at the top, she put in quotes, next season. This statement does not really say effective immediately Erica Mena has been fired. To me, it sounds like a suspension. You're going to be suspended from season 12 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Kind of like on The Real Housewives of Atlanta when Kenya Moore said that, she did not say that she was in a close relationship with the man and was getting married. So production, they let her go for season 11. It was like a punishment, like she was a kid. I feel like that's all they're doing to Erica Mena. I feel like it's just going to be a punishment. I feel like she will return for season 13 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, or they're going to make her go to another franchise. I feel like that will happen because it says effective immediately, she will not appear in the next season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I also want to point out that some people in the comments of various posts, they were saying, oh my gosh, production needs to stop. They filmed this scene months ago and y'all just now today firing her. Well, to the viewers, yes, they filmed these reality TV shows months prior to us seeing them, but that doesn't matter in this case because they may have made this decision months ago as well. And they just decided to say effective immediately, she will not appear in the next season. I'm sure they were thinking that her comments were going to trigger all of us. So they had already decided months ago that they were going to put out this statement and some other things would take place as well. What I do think that is a possibility, they may have originally decided that they were going to fire her, and maybe she groveled and apologized repeatedly and begged for her job and said she has 3 kids, yada, yada, yada. And then they decided to just suspend her for 1 season. I really have a feeling that that's all that's going to happen. And I'm convinced that they are trying to turn this into news, into a storyline, so that when she comes back, there will be confrontation and drama that she will have to overcome. And perhaps some really dramatic scenes, some confrontations. That is my opinion. You all let me know in the comments what you think about the careful play on words that she will not appear in the next season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And this statement does not explicitly say that Erica Mena is fired. So Mona Scott Young's IG page, it just says handled. To me, it's giving like a faux Olivia Pope from Scandal. We all know that when she said handle, baby, it usually involved Huck and some sort of, I don't even want to say the wrong word. That'll get me in trouble with YouTube, but, some sort of item to accompany Huck, to take care of some business. But she's trying to say like handle, like I did that. Well, it sounds like you just suspended the girl. I have a feeling we're going to see her on our TV screens on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta at some point. And I feel like because people see Love and Hip Hop, the franchise, in a negative light, right? Whenever some people watch their favorite reality TV show and there's a physical altercation, typically the read is, this ain't Love and Hip Hop. I mean, you can even go back to Married to Medicine at one of the reunions when Dr. Heavenly, because Mariah had put a poster on her dressing room door, to say that this was her dressing room. There was a poster of herself. So Dr. Heavenly went and drew kind of like horns on it. And Mariah said, this ain't Love and Hip Hop or Medicine and Hip Hop. It was something like that. So whenever someone wants to say that you're trashy or you're beneath them or the show is going downhill, well, this is not Love and Hip Hop. So I kind of feel like with all of that being said, that some of production, some of like the business people behind the franchise, they too may not respect this show. Although I think that it has contributed a lot to the reality TV scene and to the music industry, to hip hop for sure. And it is one of the many shows that has really just put Atlanta on the map as like a Black Hollywood. But anyway, I thought to myself when a news came out about what Erica said to Spice, I said, well, I don't think production would respect this cast enough to let her go for being so disrespectful. It would be up to the cast of Love and Hip Hop to band together and choose not to film with Erica. Like how the cast of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 5, they banded together when Kim Zolciak wouldn't show up for scenes. She wouldn't show up for work and was still getting paid. So they banded together and told Bravo, we won't film unless you make her work. or fire her. And that's what ended up happening. So I feel like the cast of Love and Hip Hop, they would have to band together and choose it and say that they're not going to film scenes with her, or we're not going to film period until you get rid of her. And I don't know if the cast would be 100% on the same page, because some of the relationships are fractured. And I could see where some people would say, well, no, I'm still going to film with her, just to kind of just to keep the mess going. Like, I'm sure out of everyone, Bambi would probably still film with Erica. And I don't know if anyone else, but I would think at least her, you know? So those are my thoughts on that. So then I do want to talk about this comment. So Amy Luciani, she is a songwriter and rapper. She is on the latest season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She says, I believe Erica is the type of woman who loves Black D, but doesn't like the Black Pussy that it came out of. And what she's saying is, she's saying, like, you love to sleep with Black men, but you don't like Black women. You don't really see us as friend potential or worthy of respect. And I think that this is a very fair statement. I also feel like an extension of what Amy Luciani is saying is that, for some non-Black women who are in interracial relationships with Black men, they may think that they are better than Black women. Because some of the things that they may hear from these Black men is like, oh, they're so aggressive, they're not submissive, they're so harsh, they're so manly, they have to take control, and, they're out of shape, they don't want to work. You don't know what they're saying to these women when they're dating them behind closed doors. So I think it kind of adds to them and helps them to think that they are better than Black women, because they're able to attract and even marry and have kids with, these Black men. So I think that what Amy Luciani is saying is very fair. I remember I worked for a very large company within the financial industry. That's part of my background. And I would see in a sales role, I would see where white women, like, they did not like having Black directors, on the sales team that they were on. And then the company was like very smart. The RVP, I saw him like move her to another team where she had another Black male director. And then soon after that, she quit the job. And in my opinion, she just didn't like reporting to a Black man, but, they don't have problems dating or, sleeping with one. So it's a very complex dynamic, in my opinion. And I definitely think that Amy Luciani hit it on the nail for sure. So what do you all think? Like, I mean, and of course, I can't generalize and say that it's all women who are in interracial relationships with Black men. So, but it's definitely some. I think that they're saying, like, yeah, they don't really marry you. Not a lot of you Black women get married. And you all are so aggressive, you won't submit. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I do sense that, I do feel that, and I definitely think that Erica, I kind of felt like when she said those words to Spice, it was also coming from a place of jealousy because of Spice's talent and how she's so liked, so adored by so many fans, not only of the show, but solely of her music. And then, she was a huge star in Jamaica when she joined Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I believe that it was pure genius for Spice to join the Love and Hip Hop franchise to develop her notoriety and fandom here in America, and it worked. And I think that that is something that Erica is jealous of, because she has no musicality that is known or respected in the Latino community. She for damn sure ain't got no musicality that's respected in the Black community. Those are my thoughts. All right, so now I want to share my screen. We're going to go to the neighborhood talk. Now, when I was trying to share the fight from the Shade Room, it was like a big deal, but it was also a clip from the show. And this is not a clip from the show, for Miss YouTube and anyone else from MTV or with production. This is actually a clip from Scrappy's Instagram Live, where he is giving his thoughts on Erica's firing. I think it's just a suspension. And the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary of his IG Live, it is allowed. All right, so I am going to mute my mic and then pull up this clip, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
If that's real. I know I seen it on the Love and Hip Hop page, so somebody sent that to me, but everybody was like, I don't know, I ain't heard of that. I was like, hey, I don't know. I mean, I think that's pretty bozo for them to fire somebody after they set you up. They set you up and they get you all hyped up, have somebody talk to you, you know what I'm saying, and then you react, and then they want to fire you, you feel what I'm saying? And I don't even fuck with y'all, I don't fuck with her at all, like, at all. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like, you put me in a position, cuz, like, nigga talking about my kids and all that, nigga in the fight. I ain't throwing no table. You throwing the table in the fight in hand. They can fire me, they know that. How I feel about Erica getting fired, I don't know if that's real. I know I seen it on the Love and Hip Hop page, so somebody sent that to me, but everybody was like, I don't know, I ain't heard of that. They know that. They know they can. I'm gonna still be me. I was doing me before, I'm doing me after. But it just, I don't see how they can do that, how they can fire somebody after y'all started. You feel me? You started. I wouldn't have even been in front of this if you didn't put me in front of this. And you knew we had beef. You knew I ain't like this. So why you put me around this? The thing is, they put people that play with people that don't play. And you know what I'm saying? When you start playing, cuz, like, nigga like me I ain't finna hold it. Like, if half the shit that was done to me was a man doing that to me, I'm gonna beat the fuck out one of them niggas. They know that. They know they can.
Okay, so y'all saw what Scrappy was saying. So I feel like there's a couple of things here. Number one, he was saying, you know, it kind of seems unfair to fire Erica Mena when it's production who set up the meeting and they knew that Spice and Erica had beef. You know, and he says, you know, they put us in these situations with people that we're mad at, they don't like us. What do they expect? And if someone was talking about me and my kids, you know, I would get physical as well. That was Scrappy's take on it. Now, I have to slightly disagree with Scrappy because while production is setting up the scene, you also signed up to be on a reality TV show. You are getting paid to have uncomfortable conversations with people that you're annoyed with right now. And then production wants to see, can you all talk it out, or will things escalate? And us viewers, we're expecting one of those outcomes as well. What we are not expecting is for you decide you're going to really speak your heart and call someone a blue monkey and they are a black person and you are not a black person. That is not what us viewers signed up for. And for you all who are reality TV stars, that should not be with something that you're willing to do. And I don't think that you have to do that for money because well, you know, there are some questionable clips of her, right, allegedly, but you should not have to turn racist to make your money, to make your paycheck from MTV to be on the show by calling a black person a blue monkey. So I can't agree with Scrappy that, you know, it's all on production setting up these scenes. That's their job. They're producing a reality TV show. And from what I've been told, they don't tell people what to say. They do guide the reality TV stars and say, in this scene, your conversations are X, Y, and Z. In this scene, Erica and Spice, you two are going to talk about Spice's recent conversation with Safari about his child support payments to Erica. That's the topic. Now, the words that come out of these reality TV stars' mouths, that is on them. And you know what the good book says, out of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So for her to really reach down deep inside and to pull out Blue Monkey, that ain't cool at all. And I'm not going to blame production at all. But I'm not convinced that Homegirl is fired. I think that it's just a punishment. I think that she is suspended for a season, and then they're going to let her come back and see if the viewers, if we can forgive her. What do you all think? I cannot wait to hear. I love y'all's comments. You all are so smart and so tactful with it. So please let me know. And again, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video. Please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. It is already dark outside. The days are getting shorter. The fall is here, basically, and the cider mills are open. They're only seasonal. They close right before Thanksgiving. Do y'all have cider mills where y'all live? Are they called apple orchards or have a different name? Let me know about that too. All right, I will talk with y'all soon. Bye.